Hey there traders, welcome back for episode 78 from the StockBandit.tv. I'm glad that you made it and I hope that your trading has been going pretty well this week. Alright, so in the last episode, number 77, we talked about the importance of maintaining good watch lists and the benefits of keeping only good setups on your radar. So go back and watch it if you haven't already because it really sets the precedent for this video. Well, as promised, in this episode, I'm going to show you a great way to actually follow through on this notion of, staying organized. And I'm going to help you set up a layout which is going to make it dead simple for you to add and subtract stocks to multiple watch lists all in one very nice, clean interface. Last week, I was invited to do a webinar over at Worden, and there were a lot of questions about this layout that I used, and there were some issues though when it came to actually sharing that layout. I tried to do that but ran into a couple problems. So what I'm actually going to do here is show you how to build it from scratch so that you can do this with whatever kind of watch list you want. You can copy what I'm going to show you here, or you can modify it to suit your own needs. Now before we get going, there is a link in the post down below the video for those of you who are not already using this software, and you can try it free for 30 days. You can build this layout with us here and you can use it and see how you like it. So check that link if you want to give it a shot. It's the best out there if you ask me. It's what I use every single day, all day long in my trading and in all these videos that I give you. So alright, what I'm going to do here is I've started with a brand new layout. And I'm going to go up here beneath the watch list area and I'm going to right click with my mouse. I'm going to go to new column. I'm going to go to flag for new watch list. It's going to give me a prompt that says, what do you want to name your watch list? So let's just call it going up. Okay, I think that we'll select an icon here to kind of go along with this. Let's just keep it simple. Let's call it a green flag, and I'm going to click OK. So now I've got this column here, and it's default. It's called flags. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to right click on this header. I'm going to click on edit. And then it's going to give me the option to change the name, and I'm going to say going up. Okay, so right there is my list for going up, and I can double click right there and it's going to add that green flag to correspond with this watch list called going up. Now I can also, along with this, I can select a watch list. I'm going to click on going up. So now it's added another watch list here to my screen, and we can see this here. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tab it behind this main watch list, and I'm just going to hover over this cross icon here, and I'm going to click right on the middle. And now you see this main watch list is in the front, and this watch list that I've just created is right behind it. Now here again, I can right click on this, I can rename this, and I can just call this going up. Okay, so there we go. We've got our tabbed watch list here going. And for example, let's say I see this stock right here and I think it's starting to break out. I can double click right here, and I now see visually on my main watch list that this stock is in the going up list. Furthermore, if I click over to the going up tab, I see that that stock has also been added to the list here. So one other cool thing here, you can subtract them from this list as well. Grab this stock and just drag it up here to the recycle bin or the trash can. It removes it from that list. And now you see that that green flag is no longer in this column. So let's kind of rinse and repeat here, and I'll show you exactly how you can do this for great for very much simplifying your trading in your watch list. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to create another new column. I'm going to call this going down, and I'm going to select an icon. I'm going to take the red flag on this one. And then again, I'm going to right click here, I'm going to edit, I'm going to rename it going down. And then of course I'm going to select my watch list going down. And then I'm going to grab this watch list, I'm going to tab it with these others. Again, I'm going to rename this tab up here, going down. Okay, so back to my main watch list. I've now got a column called going up and another one called going down. So if we see a stock in here that maybe looks maybe Honeywell, this has been pulling back a little bit. Let's call this going down just for example's sake. Now I've added it to this watch list. If I go in here and click on this list, Honeywell is now added to that. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time, and I'm going to call this interesting. Okay, maybe this is a list of stocks that I think is showing some good volatility but hasn't quite picked a direction. Maybe it hasn't quite decided to go up or down just yet, and so I'm going to call this a yellow flag, and I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go in here and rename this interesting, and then I'm going to select that watch list, interesting. I'm going to tab it here with this main watch list and let it go, and then I'm going to rename this as well. And now back on my main watch list, I've now got 3 tabbed watch lists behind it, but essentially I'm looking at all 3 of these grouped however I want. If I see UPS, maybe I want to say that this stock is of interest here. I'm going to double click here in this box, and it's now been added over here to this interesting watch list. So this is a great way to select a big list of stocks. Let's just say that you want to check out the Russell 2000 component stocks. Okay, you want to do some weekend digging, and you want to sort and select different stocks in this list. What you would do is work through this entire list of stocks. Double click on the bullish setups to add them to that list. Double click on the bearish icon here to add them to that list, or double click them to the interesting list. And then when you're all done, you've now got lists of stocks that meet that exact criteria, and you can turn to those at all times. And again, to remove them, all you have to do is double click again. They're now removed from that list. Or if you go into the actual list, you just grab the stocks that you want and drag them to the recycle bin, and now you're left with the only stocks that are remaining in that list. All right, so there you have it. You've got your very own layout with your very own flag columns tied to the watch list that you want to use. And again, if you aren't using this software, you have absolutely no reason not to give it a try when it's free for 30 days. So click the link below the video here and check it out. Setting up this layout has saved me untold amounts of time, and I hope it carries with it the same weight for you. Put it to work, stick with it for a few days, you will not regret it. And by the way, you can go in here and modify every single thing about the way that this chart looks. You can move volume above price if you want, or you can of course change all the colors. You can tab things off to the side like that. You can mix and match whatever you want. Colors, grid lines, anything you want to work with. The type of chart is obviously very easy to select in here. You want to look at candles, there you go. Lots of versatility here and tons of flexibility, some great features in here, and this is exactly why I use this software. And I'm loving these watch lists here and these flag columns, and the ability to create those. You can of course shrink those down, narrow them over, and create a little bit more space for yourself if you want to add more and more of them, or just drag your chart over and customize it however you want. All right, so thanks again for joining me for this episode, and I will be back soon with more videos right here for you. But until then, trade like a bandit.